Donald Trump is preparing to return to Twitter and Facebook. Welcome back to Views with Hughes at Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So NBC News is reporting that Donald Trump is preparing for his return to Facebook and Twitter, and this comes after where Donald Trump also established Truth Social, and we heard the news before where Donald Trump was stated that he was not returning to Twitter, okay, after Elon Musk reestablished or brought back his account. So it says here that mounting a comeback for the White House, which is his re-election, was presidential campaign, Donald Trump is looking to regain control of his powerful social media accounts with access to his Twitter account back. Trump's campaign formally petitioning Facebook's parent company to unblock his account there after it was locked in response to the U.S. Capitol riot 2 years ago. So we see here that around the time when January 6th occurred, where those who supported him went to the Capitol, Twitter and Facebook decided to go ahead and cancel and suspend his account permanently or indefinitely. It says here that we believe that the ban on President Trump's account on Facebook is dramatically distorted and inhibited the public discourse. Trump's campaign wrote in its letter to Meta on Tuesday, according to a copy reviewed by NBC. I'll be honest with you, I knew this was going to happen. I knew he was going to plan to come. He might change his mind and go ahead and come back to Twitter, but I didn't think he would also try to come back to Facebook. So it says here Trump's campaign didn't threaten a lawsuit, as some sources close to Trump thought he would. Instead, he talked about the importance of free speech and petitioned Meta for a meeting to discuss President Trump's prompt reinstatement to the platform. A Meta spokesperson declined to comment on Trump beyond saying the company will announce a decision in the coming weeks in line with the process he laid out. Facebook and Twitter banned Trump's account. Banned Trump a day after a mob of his supporters, many of whom have admitted in federal court that they were whipped up by his lies of stolen election. Here we go with the bias being pushed forward by another media outlet. So in other words, it's like NBC's news is looking to go ahead and share their like an insight with certain keywords to hide the fact that they're against Trump. All right. So it also states here that, the Capitol, they say that, they accused, saying that those who stormed the Capitol and interfered with Congress as it was counting the electoral votes to certify Joe Biden's 2020 presidential victory. Now, Facebook ultimately decided to institute a limited ban on Trump that will come up for review after 2 years, starting January 7th of this year. So the thing is, I'm not saying that I'm supporting Trump, and I'm not saying I'm against Trump, but I'm just also revealing the bias of the media that's put out there. But this is pretty interesting right here. This is interesting with the fact that NBC News quickly broke this story earlier because of the fact that they knew that whenever they talked about Trump saying anything about his imperfections or what they assume what he's doing wrong, they want to go ahead and put the news out there so that way they can garner further ratings. And it also says here that Facebook ultimately decided to institute a limited ban on Trump. But let's go ahead and skip down to Twitter, where it says Twitter planned a permanent ban, but new owner Elon Musk reinstated Trump's account on November 19th and then criticized the company's previous leadership for the ban. So in other words, he criticized the previous leadership for censoring him, for deactivating his account and everything, thereby using their platform to go ahead and show their bias towards a particular political candidate, i.e. Joe Biden. So it says here that, he hasn't retweeted yet, and it says Trump is probably coming back to Twitter. It's just a question of how and when, said a Republican who was spoken out as anonymous, okay? And also says here that another Trump confidant who also didn't want to be identified, speaking about conversations with him, said that Trump has sought input for weeks about hopping back on Twitter and that his campaign advisors have also workshopped ideas for his first tweet. In other words, they're looking to plan what he's going to say for his first tweet. Even some advisors said Trump might be limited in posting on other social media platforms now that he has found his own called Truth Social. Truth Social declined to comment about any alleged limits, and a spokesman for Trump said the campaign believes he'll be able to return to Twitter as before. Okay, so then we have another Trump advisor who was spoken to him about Facebook It was the conversation with NBC News on condition on anonymity said his campaign believes Facebook will ultimately honor the 2-year ban and reinstate him, but it's prepared to engage with House Republicans who control the lower chamber of Congress. Okay, so it talks about how if Facebook wants to have a fight, fine, but the House is leverage, and keeping Trump off Facebook just looks political. So in other words, they don't want to they probably don't want to go ahead and go against this. They might want to let him back on, but without any major contest or anything. Okay. So we've also remembered that Twitter used to be how he actually shared his thoughts and opinions, as well as being a little more transparent with the people who support him, as well as those who are also against him. All right. So my thing is, this won't only, make his base excited, but it's also going to give media outlets like CNN, NBC News, MSNBC, CBS, so on and so forth, the ability to go ahead and continue to talk about him. So that way their ratings will be raised up as well. Because of the simple fact that without him, they will still have lower ratings, and that's being proven right now. So it also says here that in its report on the Capitol riot, the House January 6th committee repeatedly noted that Trump used Twitter to call people, here we go, to call people to Washington D.C. by saying, "Be there, we'll be wild. Be there, we'll be wild." So they're going to try to link this quote to the January 6th, what happened on January 6th. Okay. But the thing is that a lot of people are not looking to fall for this. Okay. So we see that Trump banned Twitter, and it's also, they removed the statements. The statements were removed from Facebook. And then Zuckerberg also pointed out that Trump had broken Facebook's rules over the years, but that Meta has responded by removing or labeling the post as violations. Okay. So will this harm Trump will these things harm Trump? Well, they have us so far, but will it actually help him to increase his chances of becoming president again? No one knows, because of the fact that these are millions of American citizens who are also voters and everything. No one knows how they're going to feel about it. Not only those who were his supporters, but his supporters are actually happy. But I'm talking about those who are independent voters, those who are unbiased, those who have no political party affiliations. Of course, we know that people who are on the left are not going to like the things that he has to say, because of the fact that it goes against their agenda, their narrative, as well as the fact that it's a challenge to them. Okay. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Do you think that this will make some sort of major impact or any difference in upcoming elections, since Joe Biden is in his last year of his first term as president? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, let me know where I went wrong in the video. And if you ever done so and you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash the like button and share it everywhere far and wide on social media. Also, if you enjoyed, or if you have any other thoughts to contribute to this that I might have missed out on, go ahead and leave that in the comments below as well. Also, if you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.